Hi, my name's Conor Mitchell, and I am a composer and a theatre maker and a writer who lives and works in Northern Ireland. Um, I describe myself as a theatre person or a theatre man, but with the language that I use to tell my stories is always musical. So while everything is presented on a stage or in a theatre environment, music in all its forms is my primary mode of expression. So where other people would use words to tell a story or pictures, for me it's always tones and dots and musicians. I am currently in the Ulster Hall, where we're about to put together all of the parts of a concertino for flute, full concert band and symphonic wind band, which has gloriously been financed by the Arts Council and brought together the South Ulster Community Band from the Craigavon area, the international soloist Emer McKeown, and the 12 members of the Ulster Orchestra under their under their music room project, and this is one of the inaugural projects for them. So it's an amazing night. I'm going to take them through it. I'm really nervous and not sure how it'll go, but it's a fantastic enterprise, and it's three different levels of ability. You know, from someone who has only been playing for a year to someone who is an international soloist, and the music's catering for that. I don't know if it's going to succeed, but that's certainly the challenge of it. I hope it does. I think it will. I am thrilled to have received the Major Individual Artists Award this year. What it means for me is, as a theatre writer, I very easily get bracketed into one specific style of writing, and that's generally smaller forces. But my initial training was in large scale orchestral work, and the worlds don't really come together in a way that they might have under the sort of Leonard Bernstein model. So this is a rare opportunity for me to go back to some old scores that are of scale with no performance agenda, which is in itself a different experience, and just play with those epic forms, knowing that there's not a theatrical context behind them, and then in the longer term seeing how they bounce into my everyday writing after that. So it's a sizable project, but I think will reap benefits through the rest of my career. Using a grant like this or an award like this is very special for me because it not only shows a sort of validation, which I think is very important for every artist, just a little tap on the shoulder occasionally, and that doesn't have to be a big Oscar, just a little tap on the shoulder to say, it's all right, you're going in the right direction. And because of the nature of the way the Arts Council have gone about this, it allows me to fail, and that's great. I hope I don't, but it allows me to fail, and it's only through trial and error in symphonic composition that you can really make any sort of progress. Obviously not everyone can put on a symphony or a giant choral epic or Beethoven's Ninth, so the financial forces behind that are very difficult, but that should not dictate or limit the imagination of a composer. It's a very difficult time to be a composer. You know, most of our major competitors are dead German and geniuses who write for these vast scales, but just because it's difficult doesn't mean that composers shouldn't adapt, and they shouldn't aim to write for those giant forces, because that's what is electric and what is fantastic about live music and about opera is its scale. Sure, it can go small and it can adapt, but its scale, the scale of an oratorio, the scale of a symphony is what touches the heart. And by having this award, hopefully we can make 3 more pieces for that canon, because I know without it, they would not happen.